from the year 1991 in the Baltimore Sun. Tournaments on a roll at Taneytown's Thunderhead. Things are popping at Thunderhead Lanes here. One tournament ends today, a summer event just wrapped up recently, and a 10-pin tournament is underway that won't finish until next year. The 1991-1992 season opener duckpin tournament, a singles event, began September 22nd and ends today. There's still time to bowl in the tournament because the event starts at 10 a.m. and continues until the lanes close. First prize is $350. And there's a $25 prize for the daily high game for both men and women, and $50 per high scratch set. Handicap is 80% of the difference of average and 160 for men, and 90% of the difference of average and 160 for women. The lead, as of September 29, was held by Cheryl Burris with a 5-game series of 953. In second was Paul Barker with 897, and Dean Schultz was third with an 882 set. Burris had a high game of 171, and Barker had a high game of 204. The husband-wife team of Bobby and Doreen Blizzard have to bowl as individuals in this event, and they're doing pretty good, too. Doreen has a high game of 150, and Bobby's high game is 189. Cheryl Burris, owner and operator of Cheryl's Janitorial Service in Frederick, carries a 103 average and has a career high game of 182 and a high 3-game set of 466. I just like duck pins, Cheryl said. Well, I guess so, when you're leading the pack in a tough tournament, and when you've just finished 9th in the August tune-up duckpin doubles tournament with your son. That's right, Cheryl and Bob Burris Jr. finished 9th in the doubles tournament with a 1049 score. Doreen and Bob Blizzard live in Taneytown with their 3 children, Melissa, 15, and Bo, 8, and she carries a 115 average in the Thursday Night League at Thunderhead, Taneytown. That's where she threw her high game of 194. Her high series, 464, was in a tournament at Walkersville Lanes in Frederick County. Bowling is just a great sport, Doreen said. Bobby got me started, and at first I hated it. Now it's just great. Bobby Blizzard has added the Saturday Duckpin Travel League to his 2 nights of leagues, the Thursday Men's Majors and the Monday Triples at Taneytown. Right now his average is 135, and his high game is 235 with a high set of 526. I'm convinced that I can compete in the Travel League, Bobby said in an interview earlier this year. I feel that I have a good shot at carrying a higher average. Dean Schultz and Don Bollinger took first place in the August tune-up duckpin doubles with a total pinfall of $10.99. That was good for $500. Actually, it's Dean Stultz. I might have said Schultz earlier. So we'll continue. Ruth Stultz, Dean's wife, cashed for $25 for the daily high game on August 11 with a 152. Ruth has an average of 114 and teamed up with Dawn Grimes to finish in 29th place with a 10-10 score in the event. Mike Spiegel and Bonnie Mossberg were second, while third place went to Larry Gregerson and Dave Noyes. There were 182 doubles entrants for the event. Dean Stultz lives in Taneytown and bowls in the Wednesday night mixed and the Tuesday night mixed leagues. His average is 133 with a career high game of 224 and a high series of 511. He shot a scratch 487 to help his partner Don Bollinger win the doubles. Stultz owns and operates Stultz Welding and says he's been bowling a long time. Stultz is a regular at local tournaments. Bowling's great because the people that bowl are great, Stultz said. Bowling with Don is great because he's such a strong competitor. Added Don Bollinger, I like duck pins so much better than 10 pins. Duckpin bowling is such a challenge, and I guess that I just like to see those duck pins fly. Bollinger keeps a lot of duck pins flying. His high series is a 557, and his high game is a 243 off a 140 average. Born, raised, and still living in Taneytown, Bollinger limits his tournament bowling to the nearby area. This probably makes a lot of bowlers in other areas quite happy. The third annual $2,000 10-pin doubles classic, meanwhile, began August 1st at all 3 Thunderhead centers, Gettysburg, PA, Taneytown, and Westminster, and continues until the finals January 5th at Thunderhead, Taneytown.